If you're over 40 and belly fat seems to appear out of nowhere, the usual advice can feel almost useless. Eat less, move more, do crunches, try harder. That is the kind of advice people repeat when they do not understand what changed. Because belly fat after 40 usually is not a crunch deficiency, and it is not always a simple willpower problem. Your body starts operating under different rules. Muscle changes, insulin sensitivity changes, daily movement drops, sleep and stress hit harder, and fat is more likely to collect around the abdomen. So if your plan is just to punish your stomach with more ab workouts, you are probably aiming at the wrong target. There is the fat you can pinch under your skin. Then there is visceral fat, the deeper fat that sits around your internal organs. That distinction matters because visceral fat is more closely linked to insulin resistance, inflammation, and cardiovascular risk than the fat under the skin. So the goal is not just a smaller stomach, it is better biology underneath it. After 40, four things often shift at the same time, and most people are only addressing one of them. First, muscle matters more. Muscle is not just about how you look. It is one of your body's main tools for managing blood sugar and burning energy. When you lose muscle or stop challenging it, your metabolic capacity can shrink. That can make belly fat easier to gain and harder to lose. Second, insulin sensitivity can decline. Insulin helps move energy from your blood into your cells. When cells become less responsive to it, energy management gets messier, and fat is more likely to accumulate around the abdomen. Third, daily movement quietly drops. You might still get your 45-minute workout, but if the rest of the day is mostly sitting, fewer steps, less standing, less general movement, your total daily calorie burn falls more than you think. That background movement adds up. Fourth, sleep and chronic stress matter more than most people admit. Poor sleep can raise stress hormones like cortisol, drive cravings, make blood sugar harder to regulate, and lower your motivation to move. That creates a loop: worse recovery, less activity, more snacking, poor metabolic health, and more stubborn belly fat. Here is the trap. Most people attack the belly directly. More ab work, more restriction, more desperate effort. But spot reduction does not work. Your body does not selectively burn fat from one area just because you train that area. Ab exercises can strengthen your core, but they do not melt belly fat. The better approach is systemic. You improve the signals that tell your body how to use and store energy. That means resistance training to maintain and build muscle. Enough protein so weight loss does not become muscle loss. Consistent walking and cardio to improve energy use and metabolic health. Better sleep and stress management, because recovery is not separate from fat loss. It is part of it. And cutting back on ultra-processed food and alcohol if they are quietly driving excess calories, poor sleep, cravings, or blood sugar swings. Calories still matter, but after 40, they are not the whole strategy. If you cut calories without protecting muscle, you might lose weight, but you may lose it as a weaker, hungrier version of yourself who is more likely to regain it. That is the real trap. You do not want to just shrink. You want to improve the engine. So instead of asking, how do I punish my stomach? Ask, what is actually driving the pattern? Is it lower muscle, less movement, poor sleep, stress, alcohol, blood sugar instability? That is where progress starts. Belly fat after 40 is not just a cosmetic issue. It can be a signal that your metabolism, muscle, recovery, and daily habits need a smarter approach. Not a detox, not a miracle fix, not 500 crunches, a better system. Because after 40, the goal is not just losing inches. It is staying strong, metabolically healthy, and capable for the decades ahead. If you want more clear, no hype videos on Healthspan after 40, subscribe to Healthspan Catalyst. And if you have noticed this shift yourself, leave a comment. What has felt most different since turning 40? Belly fat, energy, sleep, or recovery? That will help me decide what to cover next.